Everybody, it's been about an hour. My son was on his way home from his friend's house. I had to get dinner and start the laundry. But here is Ari, the black-mouthed cur. Ari. And there's the rescue cat, George. I've had her, for about a year. And they just keep trying to be friends with each other, but the cat really don't want nothing to do with them. Okay, now the paint's been sitting about an hour. So I'm going to set this up and let's make a painting from the paints we mixed. All right, everybody. Okay, everyone. It's been about an hour for me in these paints and about 24 hours later for you guys because that video was going to be too long on part 1 and I have to make a part 2. So now I want to show you how I add the silicone, and let's make a painting from the paints that we mixed up. Okay, first off, I'm going to stir this in a little more. Not stir it in, just stir it up. I want to stir up the paints because they've been sitting a little while. I like to stir up paints really good. The color sometimes kind of sinks into the cracks, and on the bottom, the thinner paints and the thicker paints, they separate. So you have to mix them up pretty good. I hear Ari in the background. All right. Now, I use different things. So sometimes I was going to grab it really quick, but anyway, I can't find it. You sometimes use WD-40, and I use treadmill belt oil and lubricants and different things. But today we're going to use this, the treadmill belt lubricant. It's 100% silicone. And we're going to put 1 drop each in here, except for I'm not going to put anything in the cream. I'm going to leave it alone because that's going to be more on the, just like the backdrop of the painting. Okay, and I'm all Christmassy today. Got my jewelry on and my ribbons and my bows. And if I find that if I feel good and I feel pretty and I smell good, I do better paintings because I'm happy. I'm in my happy zone. Speaking of which, that reminds me I want to, share something with you guys. I went to the mall the other day with my son so he could pick out some clothes, whatever. He likes the polo shop a lot. And we ran into Hollister. He was looking around and I found this. I was at the checkout and it smells so good. And I don't usually shop there. I'm too old to buy Hollister stuff, but it comes in a little cute little pink bottle. And I'm going to tell you guys, this stuff smells so good. It was 23 bucks. But there it is again. I love it. You guys, oh, look at that cool box. Got a little palm tree. Okay, anyway, I've talked enough. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put nothing in the cream, like I said. Okay, now I'm going to put, let me put up here so it may be easier for you guys to see. Give it a stir a little bit. And a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, all the time, I count when I stir after I put the silicone in or my lubricants or oils. Everybody is going to have different results. It depends on the consistency of your paint too. Like if it's thinner or thicker, some sink to the bottom. Like I've said before in another video, white is very heavy. So different paints react differently, but this is like by general rule, the measurements I gave you. Okay, so now we're going to put 1 drop in there, 1 drop in the green, and 1 drop in the brown. And like I said, nothing in the cream. Okay, now, when I stir, I usually count to my head, I count to myself about 25 stirs. So, let's go. All right, now, just get these stir sticks out of there. What I wanted to do today, too, I thought would be fun, is not just pour painting, but maybe do something with the painting. Like I was thinking about swiping it after we pour it and swipe it and show you guys the swipe technique. And then maybe doing a design with the swipe, like in a little marble effect or a little feather or something, and if you go in two different directions. But we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. And also, I was going to tell you, everybody uses different tools for swiping. I like to use, I use my all kinds of swiping tools and metal pieces and different things and little things that use like cake making stuff. And I like to use like some of this light cardboard or plastic, because if you put it on the painting, it swipes it easier without digging into the paint to where the canvas shows through, because it's light. If you use other tools like, let me grab it really quick, I just want to show you, because I do use different things. Like these tools here, it has a tendency sometimes to, almost like a lead foot. This is heavy, and when you scrape the paint, you're scraping down to the canvas. And, you know, unless you get the hang of it and you get used to it and you've painted for a long time, you know how to lightly do it. That's why this one has a rubber tip. I like that one a lot. This one's rubbery if I want to get a smaller area or a corner without any definite lines. And this I can use on a larger painting, and sometimes I actually will wrap a plastic bag around it. So, because, you know, we get a lead foot. Okay. Let's see, and I have nothing in mind, and usually I have in mind what I want to do. I plan a painting out first, and I didn't really do that today. I want to just paint and pour. But I do see a hair in this chocolate over here. Let me get that out of there. All right. Okay. All right, well, let's pour some paint, y'all. I think I'm going to start with this, you know what? I think we're going to do a cup pour. Let me grab a cup. Let's do a flip cup. Okay, so I'm going to use a little cream in the bottom, because I want to use the cream for the outsides. And I'm going to accent that with some blue and green and chocolate. A little more cream, and blue, and green, chocolate, all right, everybody, I'll show you this cup. Here we go. I can see some cells in the cream. And I'm not going for a lot of cells. I was just showing you guys how I mix in the lubricants. Okay, here we go. And let's pour, let's see, I'm not going to do a flip cup or anything. I think I kind of want to, maybe I will. Let's flip it, y'all. Because the problem is I have a lot of paint in here for a small canvas. This is a 7 by 11, and I don't usually do a full cup like with all that paint. But for demonstration purposes, I want to make sure I have enough paint. Okay, now I'm going to pour some cream around here. Doesn't hurt to add your colors, because I don't want to waste anything. And there's not enough in there to really put a cap on it. I'll just kind of rinse these and reuse these cups later. Let's just see what we can get, y'all. Put a little chocolate on the edges here. All right. Now, I'll get my handy dandy towel ready. And go ahead and just kind of tap on the edges a little bit. Just kind of spreading the paint around some. I don't mind if all the edges are covered or not. I just like the corners to be a little bit more on the covered side. And I just wanted you guys to know too, this isn't a good, expensive gallery wrap canvas. This is just a really less expensive canvas from Walmart. So because it's for demonstration purposes, this isn't a painting that's, you know, gonna sell for a lot of money or whatever. This is just a fun painting that we're all doing, and I'm showing you guys something. Okay, so I'm gonna move this around just a little bit, just so I can kind of get some edges done. I'm regretting that there's so much paint in this cup, but all right. Okay, look at those cells, y'all. And see, that's no silicone in the cream and only one drop in the other colors, and that's mixing and stirring 25 times. The bad part of it is, since it's a cheaper canvas, it is probably going to show on the edges where the silicone kind of sits, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. All right, I'm just staring at the paint here, and I hate to move it around a whole lot either, because then it kind of ruins your cells. That's why you got to go slow. But then also on a cheaper canvas like this, the paint has a tendency to not get soaked up as good as the way you want it to. So you have to really move it off the canvas. And I think what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and swipe some of this right over here. So, because it's pretty thick here. So let's go from the middle, and let's go over like this. That way it gets rid of some of that thick stuff in the middle. Turn my card around. There's some, scrape the canvas there. Jeez, it's so pretty. I hate to mess with it too much. All right, let's get some of this off there. I really don't want it to be really swirly. All right. It's pretty, y'all. Now I'm wondering if we can make a design out of this. Let me think here. Let's make like a little feathered, I hear you, Ari. A little feathered design or whatever. Let's see. Even if it doesn't turn out, it doesn't matter. We're just playing with paint. Let me try to think if I can find something thick enough to make a design. Let me see what I got here. I have some of these little rubber, well, they're actually like paper little tools, but I want to see if this is going to be fat enough on the bottom to make the design with. Okay. I don't want to muddle my colors, so I'm going to let's see. Since I'm going to make a design, I'm going to go ahead and run some more paint off there, because it doesn't matter. I'm not wanting to keep the cells. Not on this painting anyway. I just want to run some paint off so I can make a design and not have the paint be too thick. Now, if I wasn't going to make a design, I would probably not tilt as much and try to keep the cells or whatever, depending on the look I'm going to go for. Actually, we can torch it a little, since we're going to be making a design with that. We could pop any air bubbles that we have in here. Torch from the side. Do it quickly and lightly. All right, that's all we need to do. Bubbles popped. Okay, now I'm going to take this tool and I'm going to swerve it around like this, and then I'm going to swerve it around back that way. Let's see what we can come up with. So I know some of you are probably saying, oh, don't mess with it. It's fine. It's pretty the way it is, and I like it too. And some people probably don't like it, and they're like, oh, hurry up and mess with it already. But I'm just saying, everybody's different. Okay, so let's do it like this. I'm not going very straight on this canvas. Modeling the colors too. Let me start here. All right, now we're gonna go this way. And I'm taking my fingertips and wiping it off like this every couple turns or so. Getting some really cool effects. Nothing perfectly symmetrical or set in stone here. There. That's kind of pretty, you guys. I'm going to dot this little end here. So yeah, I can see where, because it's a cheaper canvas, and most of the time this happens because someone will use too much silicone or not mix it up a little bit and the silicone sits on top of the cup. But in this case, it's because of the cheaper canvas. And a lot of times too, it can happen if you're if you have too much water in your paints too, like they're really watered down. So that's kind of cool, but I wonder what it would look like if we tilted it some and stretched it out a little. But this would look pretty in like an emerald green. Well, you guys get out there and do this. Copy me exactly if you want. I don't care. Turn around, sell it if you want. I'm just trying to show you some stuff, and I want you guys to have fun with art and painting, and you know, I'm teaching you how to do something, and it's a lot of fun. This is almost like a maze looking. Okay, so I'm gonna take you guys down now and show you what we have. Hang on, I gotta come around the table and I'm gonna show you the edges. Okay, so there's some edges there. I'm gonna scoop up some of that paint later and spread it around and swipe it and make something out of it. I'll show you guys that in another video. So that's a pretty cool looking design, huh? I'll get some pictures when it's dry. It's dry. Turned out really nice. Just little doodles from the paints that we mixed. The sides turned out good too. I hope you guys had fun and learned how to mix some paints and get involved or make a painting and have some fun. Bye, everybody.